Bow, bow, bow,
You can say that again.
bow.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of Uptown Takes. This is Dariel and Greg, and everything is right in the world again. Spain are the freaking world champs. Everything is right. Everything is kind of like going back to normal. I don't know what it is about that red and that yellow, but when they win, I know something's going on. Something's right, bro. What a game! It wasn't as action packed as I thought or as lit, but boy, was it a fucking game to watch, bro. It was a great game to watch. It was great. It was great.
Yeah, my blood pressure went up a couple times. It's all right.
I mean, I can only imagine. OT, OT, OT. There was OT, bro. That was a dope ass game. I predicted 2-1, 1-0. Happy with that. I told you defensive game, and that's what we got. I'm not gonna lie though, I was shocked at the possession. Spain held the rock like crazy. I felt like they had the ball 90% of the time. You know, it was like 60, but it felt more, you know? I don't know how
Way
you
more.
felt though. Felt like they never gave it up, it felt like.
I, they just had possession of the ball, man. I don't know. It was like some fucking keep away shit, which makes sense. You know, it's part of the strat, which I would do too. You keep away against a guy like Messi and Argentina. Well, Messi really, because Messi could either set up a team, set up his guys to score, or he could score himself. So keep it away from him. It gives you your best chance to win, which is which is a really good strat they had.
Yeah. And they're like I said, their defense always immaculate, so that's how they're used to playing. I ain't gonna lie though, coach coach got some huge like nuts pause because he made that sub for number 7 Torres, bro, that scored the goal. Bro,
Yeah,
that
he
was a
did.
that
He
was a
did.
that was a crazy, like, bro, you gotta tip your cap. Bro subbed him in and bro put in pain. And he low key had a second goal that he was offside by like an elbow. He would have had two
Yeah,
goals, bro. He would have had two. Crazy. That was an amazing call. Bro stepped up and played, you know?
yeah, he hooped. Stay ready.
Bro, it was great. It was great, man.
Stayed ready.
Flowers all around. Also for Argentina as well. Like Argentina, I ain't gonna lie, they played great. Messi and the keeper, the OGs, they played godly. The goalkeeper saved the rock like 12 times.
Yeah, he was hooping.
Bro, I've never seen anything like that. He was like
He was
Spider Man
hooping.
out there.
Yeah, man. He played. He had the game of his life, even though they lost, but he was hooping.
He was super open. And even that goal that Buddy got was a good, it was a good header, bro. It was a good goal.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's good. It's really good. Really good.
Argentina just had like 3 shots on goal though the whole game.
I,
Spain had like a million.
I feel like honestly watching the whole game, I think the strat was I don't know because when this championship rounds in any sport it's like fast. All the players are fast. You know what I mean? Like if it's the finals, they're playing fast or the game is fast. College basketball, football, NFL, or even like tennis. They just move. Everybody's moving faster. But for some reason, I was gonna say España or Spain, but Spain in particular, they were moving like really fast, like oddly fast. And it was not just north and south; it was east and west. So one, they kept the ball away from them for sure, but outside of that strat, keep the ball away from Messi, keep the ball away from their playmakers. But I think the biggest thing is trying to just make them run north and south, east and west, because those young legs, man, they kept running, man, like that. They just had those the extra gas tank that Argentina unfortunately didn't have, and they the fucking armor cracked, and they scored. So I honestly think it was more of let's keep the ball away from them. One for, but two it was more really like let's tire these old niggas out, well, old dudes out, viejos out, and it just the armor cracked late. It was at 105th minute or something. Was it 105th,
I think it was
109th?
107. Yeah, but
Something
same
something
thing.
like that. Yeah,
Bro, it
something like
was
that. Like you
bro.
can't keep up with like young bulls like that. Like if you could score, maybe if you had like maybe a half or like maybe 90 minutes, but to run up and down and they keeping the ball away, so you're getting antsy. Now you're getting out of position. You're trying to get the steal. You slide. You miss, bro. It's a whole lot of there's a whole lot of shit going on, man. But I think honestly, they Spain had a game plan and they stuck to it. Whether if it's either keep it away from them or make them run up and down east west because they know they don't have the youth like that. If it was neither, then it was a great sub call. Regardless, it was a flawless game plan. Wherever you which way you cut it, slice it, don't matter. They just looked faster than them, and they were bigger. And also one more thing, they were very aggressive. I was telling I was telling Highness, so I'm watching the game with him, and I'm like, bro, they're getting a lot of shots, bro. Eventually, they're gonna crack one, bro. Like they're gonna get one, and it's just like they just when if it even if it's going into the stands or if it's a little off by a little left, right. It's just that constant
They shooting.
pressure. They
Hmm.
shooting, so eventually it just like it hit. I think it was like they put a little graphic, a little stat. It was like I think it was like 16 shots. It was like 16 or 12 shots they had on goal
Sheesh.
before they scored, and like
Yeah.
Argentina maybe had like two. I'm like,
Tops.
bro, that's bad. Like that is bad. But they hooped. They came through and hooped, and they got the dub. So that's the most important thing. And they pretty much ended a not a dynasty, but just ended a it's a passing of the torch, passing the
For
polish.
sure. For sure. Another thing is just to touch on the game. The refs did a great job. They let them play on both sides. There was no ticky tack fouls. Like it
I love
was,
that. I love that.
they let them play. It was fair for everyone. That was good to see. 'Cause that was a big like concern, at least for me personally. Like sometimes they be gassing a certain player or a certain like play, but that was dope. That was super dope to see. But touching on dynasties, you think that this is a potential dynasty like for Spain? Like you think that this is
Yeah,
their time?
yeah. I think they run off maybe like two more.
Damn. Honestly, like them and
But
France gonna be tough.
I think they're younger than France too.
No, they are. You know what I really liked about them, like kind of like you touched on, why I think they're heading towards a little dynasty. They didn't get nervous. They battled back, like I told you in the beginning when they were facing Capo Verde. It was 0-0. It was kind of like, damn, we're Spain now. Are they really that good? Are they gonna crack under pressure? They went through their own trials, their own tribulations. They didn't fold. They stuck to what they said they were gonna do. They didn't allow any team to speed them up, slow them down. They showed like they're playing above their years.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. I think this is gonna be the one that's the next like now is an official powerhouse. Now they got
Facts.
that official. I think they're gonna run off maybe like two because those guys are what maybe like 23. Some of them are 19, 27.
Young
So by the
cats.
time what I mean, by the time they get to what the next one, which is what 2030, those guys are gonna be what some of them will be 24.
Right.
28. You know what I mean? Like some of them are just probably just leaving their prime, which is more or less 32. Allegedly, that's some people could prolong it, but whatever. Let's go with stats and science and all that crap. But bro, that I think it's dumb and like France for the next couple of years. Brazil could always come back because it's always like a little power. They're a factory, bro. Like they're gonna produce really good players. Mexico is
They
something,
never won, but we'll see.
yeah, that's true. So I'm gonna throw them out.
Yo, but hold on, cause you're gonna start chatting right now. I
Chat
can
about
you
what?
get. You was just gonna be chatting. You're about to go into some whole other shit right now. I got one question for you. If
Sorry.
you had to describe this tournament, this FIFA World Cup with one word, what would that word be? It's okay. You got time. You can think. Ain't no rush. So
You
what you
said
want to say? How
one
you
word?
feel?
That's
You got
crazy.
one word, or fine, two, two words then to describe how this World Cup was for you.
An eye opener.
Oh shit. Okay.
I think it showed like a lot of people that how good soccer is in some countries that we really don't know. Like So Spain won the chip, and was a country that gave them problems? Cap Verde, something like that.
Facts, facts, facts.
They're the only ones that didn't score on them. Like that's
It's
crazy. It was
crazy.
a population of 500,000. That's like Bushwick. That's like Bushwick, Brooklyn, right there. You know what I mean? That's like Bushwick, like population of Bushwick or the Heights. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's
that was.
crazy. And you got it's like the storylines that came out of it too, man. That's Super Boo was I don't know, cause like, he scored 7 goals in one tourney, bro. Like that's crazy. That was crazy, crazy. England was hooping. They had their own little controversy. It was just that. Even USA, man. Everybody. I was definitely out on USA, even though I had this shirt on. It's a different story. But I think that I think it showed that how popular soccer really is. Um, because I'm not a soccer guy at all. I only watched it in the FIFA, and I felt like I was more glued to this TV more than ever. I was more It was captivating. The storylines, the players. It's like in a nutshell, it's just like a birth of a new generation of soccer. Because all of the guys we admired, like the Neymars, the Messis, the
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo, they're gone. That's it. It's
Facts.
over. Now it's the Mbappe's, the buddy from Spain, the young kid from Spain, the
Yamal.
Holland
Yamal.
from was it
Yeah,
Nor-
Norway.
Norway. So it's passing the torch. Sorry, I went off on a rant, but I think it was just that good. And I'm not even a
Nah, yeah.
soccer fan, but it was fire.
Yeah, same. I'd say I'd describe it as fun. Like all the games for the most part were a lot of fun to watch. All the fans popped out. At least up here, Uptown. Every single country was represented up here. It was great vibes. Winner, loser. It was all fun. It was all jokes. It was dope. It was a dope event. A lot of fun. That's what I'd say. I'd say it's really fun. Hey yo, what you thought about the halftime show? Because they don't usually do that. That's like it's an American thing.
It's an American thing.
I'm so serious. They don't have halftime shows. They never had one. This is like the first time ever.
Really, I didn't know that.
They don't do that. It's not like that's super. Like I said, that's why I'm calling it an American thing. Because FIFA, soccer, or anyone, they don't do that shit.
I think it was cool. You had different. I was really shocked about the Burner Boy.
Oh, with Shakira.
Yeah, I didn't even know they had a song together. I'm like, where I been at? I'm under a rock, obviously.
My son
You
Burner
gotta
Boy
know
was
that.
mad stiff there. I was like, yo, what's up? What's going
I didn't
on?
know he was that tall, bro. I didn't know he a big brother.
I mean, is he really tall or are they just really small?
That too.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how tall he
Me
is.
neither. Me
But
neither. I was just shocked, and then I think who was it was a BTS. Was it who was singing the Korean group?
yeah,
That threw
BTS.
me off crazy. I'm like, that was crazy.
I mean, no, it's the World Cup, so everyone got to get represented. So I wasn't too torn off. I wasn't too off. Like, I was that shit. I think their shit was low key the best one. Low key.
Justin Bieber did his thing too.
Yeah, he did. He did. Like I said, I think everyone did their thing. It was dope.
It was cool. It was cool. It was a nice show.
And then the kid at the end was mad cool too. Nice touch on everything. Was pretty cool.
Agreed.
If you had to pick one player, this is the last question. If you had to pick one player that was the best player of the tournament, who are you choosing?
Holland.
I can see that. But he
Holland.
killed it.
Buddy was because it's interesting because like he was doing his thing and they started like showing his regimen, his workout regimen, what he eats,
Yeah, on
and
the gram.
like bros. I'm not saying no one else is taking their craft serious, but the dude's like red lighting. He's eating like really raw honey, raw steak. He's like on some like nutrient dense diet, like really taking care of his body. It's crazy. He's only what I think he's like 23.
Yeah,
Like
something like that.
he's not even scratching the surface of how good he could be, bro. He scored those 7 goals like in the tourney and at this tourney, knowing that you're the guy. Granted, he fumbled that last game, but that's a whole other story. But Buddy did his thing, man. I go with Holland, man. Holland did his thing for sure, bro. Made me a fan for sure. No lie.
For me, I would have to agree. Like Holland for sure. I'm definitely, if I had to pick one player that was the best in the tournament, I'm definitely leaning towards Bellingham. Like you know how we talk about in basketball, like 1A, 1B.
Hmm.
Like on England, like Harry Kane is that dude, but bro, Bellingham was that dude too. Like he was nice, bro. Like on offense, on defense, everywhere, bro was everywhere. Like that game against Mexico, I was like, bro, he's wilding.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I think that he definitely like let's say shocked me anyway, even though he's not like he's new to being good, but oh that shit to me was crazy. You know, so I give it to Bellingham for sure.
Yeah, he took over.
Yeah. But that's gonna wrap it up for this episode of Uptown Takes. If you think anybody else is better, you want to say Messi, you want to say whoever, say it in the comments. Um, and look out for our next episode. We're gonna jump into fantasy. So if you're into that, lock in. We're gonna drop a lot of gems about that. And yo, from Uptown, we out.
Bow, bow.